Going live.
We are currently live.
Are we?
Yep.
Are we?
Well,
Are we
well,
live?
at least according to my thing. I won't know for sure until.
Is it private?
I God, please, please don't let it be private. I don't. I can't live through that again. My pain.
Private? Check, shouldn't I?
It's been like 7 seconds, right? So we can swear now.
Better say. Well, obviously.
Fuck.
Woo. Okay.
Fuck.
All right. I see the straight on there. Perfect. All right. We are live. Oh, whoa. Calm down, everybody. I know it's been about 6 weeks, but we need to be professional here.
69 and 45. Yeah. No.
Oh, Jesus. You just had to get that out, didn't you?
Cage, and I tell you.
Hey. All right.
So,
Welcome after 6 weeks.
yep, after 6 weeks, it's been a while. We are finally back with some more Discord Dungeons and Dragons.
And God and demons.
Yep.
We're not back with the Slayers.
That's true. We are
Yeah,
the Slayers. Well,
I haven't done Dungeons and Dragons in a while. I ain't seen a dungeon or dragon in years.
listen.
You've seen a dungeon and a
Actually-
dragon? Dude, that's weird.
actually, we saw-
2025.
Hold on, hold on.
You
we saw a
seen a dungeon and a dragon?
We saw a dragon last year, or last session.
Yeah, you have. I haven't. What?
I don't know what you're smoking right now.
Well, you're
I
dead.
live on
so
planet
I-
Earth where they aren't real?
Well, I don't. I live on planet shut the fuck up.
Oh, yeah, you are Georgian.
You live in goddamn fucking different state other than America.
Did you forget which one already? Gosh.
What? It wasn't American. That's for damn sure. That
Okay.
time where Texas was its own country for a little bit.
Weren't you literally ruled by the French at one point? Gosh. Couldn't be me.
We were ruled by the Scottish.
Still are.
Dang,
That's
those
different.
contracts.
We had Scottish and Irish, and fucking Irish fucked stuff up. That's why we have so many fucking war fucking assholes, wrongholes and shit.
I think that this has gone a bit too far. So I'm pulling us back.
Yeah.
I'm pulling us
All right,
back.
we're going to
What are we talking about?
We're talking about D&D because we're going to be talking about specifically what happened last time on D&D.
I have no idea. Don't ask me.
Say the Slayers. After successfully defeating Ezrin and successfully being able to free the city from the demon menace that was causing problems, unfortunately found themselves in probably one of the worst places they could have gone, which is the realm of Avernus in the Nine Hells. After Henrik probably going through one of the most confusing days of his life, being incredibly paranoid, and incredibly schizophrenic, essentially, because he's with a wisdom score of 1. It's just, oh god, that is I digress. The party was able to kind of collect themselves, try to figure out a plan. And they realized that the longer they were there, the more problems were going to arise. They tried to come up with a solution quickly, and the party ultimately decided that the best course of action was to send the civilians back to the material plane. And upon using a wish that was given to from a ring that Blue had, given to him by a exiled devil lord, the Blue was able to successfully wish them back to the material plane. However, drew the aggression of one of the guardians of Avernus, a 5-headed draconic god known as Tiamat.
Like dragon god.
Yes. The party then decided that they were going to take their chances with Blue being banished back to the material plane, and the majority of the rest of the party using planar shift to return back to the material plane. All except for Henrik, who decided to stay behind to send one final message to the people of Hell, and that specifically is go fuck yourself, as he presented to hook up the Enigma and fire it one last time, as he decided to jerry-rig it to the largest arcane conduit that he had ever seen in his life, and essentially blasted away a whole bunch of devils, and also even made the draconic god of chromatic dragons stop for a moment. And then he exploded.
Then he exploded.
And then the city exploded.
Just a little bit.
No, it wasn't an explosion. It was complete evaporation.
Like nothing left.
Supernova, practically.
Practically. The majority of the party found themselves exactly where they wanted to be. Inside of, essentially near New Starlam. Now with no city up in the sky. Blue found himself originally in Sindis, but then being able to use a teleportation circle spell, was able to specifically name of this city. It's where the College of Whispers is.
Bulmar.
Yes, Bulmar. You were able to use the teleportation.
Port City.
Yes, you were able to get to the port city of Bulmar, where you were able to get sanctuary in the city, at least for the night, where you proceeded to cast a spell to be able to speak with your patron and ask the question if Henrik made it. To be answered no. And to ask the question.
And he asked,
Yep.
go.
Was able to then ask the question if they would stop him if he wished him back. There was some hesitation, but ultimately they would not stand in your way. So you stood there. Well, sat there, specifically. Holding the ring, the wish ring in your hand. One last charge inside of it. So, I ask you, Blue, what would you like to do?
First off, Blue is going to cast a spell.
All
He
right.
is going to cast Foresight.
All right. And would you like to explain what the Foresight spell does?
Well, first off, Blue is going to also use his magic adept, use extended spell on it,
Oh,
giving it double duration.
nice. So last
Force-
2 days?
Foresight. It'll last 16 hours.
Okay, so nearly a full day.
Nearly a full day, which is good, because the spell is a willing creature and bestow a limited ability to see into the immediate future. For the duration, the target can't be surprised and has advantage on attack rolls, ability checks, and saving throws. Additionally, other creatures have disadvantage on attack rolls against the target for the duration. The spell immediately ends if you cast it again before its duration ends, which he can't do since it's a 9th level spell.
Mm-hmm. All right.
And
Go on.
Blue would like to kind of use the foresight ability to see into the near future on how his wish would go.
Okay. Fair enough. Oh, man. This is...
Looking for any future that would be best for it.
I'm not going to make you roll for it because of the fact that Foresight... because of how Foresight works, and because of the fact that Blue literally would have... If he took a couple of minutes, he legitimately could just, like, figure out the best wording for the spell without running any risks. So there's no point in me there's no point in me making this like a challenge or a skill check, because logistically there is no point, because Blue can just take his time, be very careful with his wording, and be able to create the optimal situation. However, I will say, similar to like how me and Herma had discussed it, you would know that you would only be able to save Herma, like Henrik specifically. Yes. His gear, unfortunately, would cost another wish spell.
He's fine with that. He just wants Henrik.
Yeah. So that being the case, no need. No need to be specific in the wording, because again, with foresight and the time, you'd be able to have the perfect wording. What does Blue wish for?
Blue is wishing for Henrik Bluethorn of the Solaires to be resurrected with his mind, body, and soul intact, right in front of him.
All right.
That's the quick version.
Yeah, that's the quick version. Again, like with foresight, you basically no specifics are necessary for the wish spell because of the fact that you legitimately are like can just deal out the wordings and see like visions of what would happen with specific wording. So there's no need to be specific when it comes to this because you erred on the side of caution.
Yes. Used a 9th level spell.
Yeah, you used a 9th level spell to be able to do that, which, like, the fact that you could cast Wish and have Foresight up at the same time is literally an incredible feat all on its own.
It would take 2 casters with the ability to cast 9th level spells.
Exactly, which, like, aside from the Solaires and maybe a few others in the world, but I say you're a rare breed.
And even if you did do that, the caster who does wish could die.
It's true. Yes, very much so. So that being said, you watch as the last flame in that nightmare's eyes on the ring fades. And as it does, you see essentially like to keep it in theme of Full Metal Alchemist, it very much creates a transmutation circle, pure red. As you watch as suddenly turning from nothing, like ashes collecting to each other, you watch as an unconscious Henrik lay on the floor, wearing
none of his items. He's buck naked.
Yeah, but I was about to say he has nothing to wear. Everything that he had was completely destroyed. And you also notice that Henrik only has one arm.
It's him. He's gonna check his pulse.
You check his pulse. You feel a steady heartbeat. Exactly.
He's gonna lift him up and just lay him on the bed since he had rented a inn since he can't make it back to the party until the next day.
Mm-hmm.
And he's going to pull out the sending stone to Bimp.
All right. Whip out the sending stone.
He's gonna activate it, see if she picks up.
At this point, the party would be back in the material plane, and I imagine the Bimp and the rest of the party is very much just kind of collecting each other and like probably trying to track down where the rest of the people got teleported into.
Rest of the people making sure that the infected are, separated.
Yeah. But say that being said, you do see the light become solid, and you hear, "Oh, but Blue, it's good to hear you. Are you okay? Were you able to make it back fine?"
In Bulmar, I can't make it to you until tomorrow because I need rest. Henrik died.
Oh no. Oh no. Does that mean we have to go back?
I got him back.
Oh, okay. Oh.
It did take the last rainy day fun, but I got him back.
Oh. It's unfortunate about losing such a resource, but having him back is substantially more important. It's good to know that he's okay.
I'll have to talk to him when he wakes up, but I don't think he'll be able to join us in fighting it.
Why?
He doesn't have any of his equipment.
Oh. Oh. Hmm. That would make things.
This
That would make things a little bit more complicated. He always
this would just
go on.
this would just give him time to focus on making the cure and other stuff he would like to do.
That is true. That is unfortunate, though. He's always been very resourceful and very helpful. It'll be a bit scarier going into battle without him.
Well, but he's alive.
That's
That's all
all.
that matters.
That is all that matters. I would agree with that. Blue, make sure you stay safe. Even with everything that's happened, I still worry.
Will, I'm going to be speaking to the College of Whispers, see if I can get any olive for a bit, and I'll see you in roughly 9 hours.
Sounds like a plan. We're gonna help the civilians that we wished out of Avernus. If we can, we're gonna try to bring them back to New Starlam, but I'll keep you informed if anything happens.
Alright, remember the people who were in Avernus are roughly about 1,500 feet to the north of Starlam,
Okay.
if you haven't found them.
But I say we basically been able to collect ourselves, and we're currently making our way there now. But I appreciate no matter what the update or where they were, a lot happened in a very short period of time.
Kinda soon. I'll leave you to it. I need rest. I used a 9th level spell.
Oh. How'd it feel?
Well, seeing as how I was already bruised, battered, and near passing out, I'm gonna vomit.
Interesting. I guess it's different for every person.
However, I can see into the future a bit.
Oh. Good news, I hope.
Yeah, it helped me with the wording of getting Henrik back. Um, However, seeing into multiple futures kinda hurts my brain. I want a nap.
Okay. And oh. Okay. Okay. But you just hear Bimp just kind of like rubbing her hands a little bit. It just. Whew. All right. Be safe, Blue. Get some rest. Make sure you stay hydrated.
I will, you stay safe too. I might be able to teach the spell to you?
Oh,
Maybe. I know some spells can be shared with wizards bards, but I'm not sure.
that is true. I have to take a look at. I'll have to take a look at it, and maybe if I can, I'll copy it into my spell book. But for now,
That sounds like a plan.
you should go. Just the stone just hangs up, and you just.
Last time she gets, but
Yeah. I have now become the dead. All
the
right.
imagery of seeing into the near future while seeing the present would fuck with you.
It would. I like the thought that Blue saw him falling unconscious, so like from nearly throwing up, and
Yeah.
he just accepted
So
his
he
fate.
hung up so she didn't have to hear that.
Exactly. Literally just hung up and just and it just like go over a bucket.
Blue's gonna lay down on the floor for a bit. If we want to wait for Wealth to come back, I do have something else he can be doing in the meantime.
Okay. Uh, well, give me one moment. I do need to run downstairs real quick and grab something for Abby. So I'm gonna have you guys talk amongst yourself for a moment.
Go piss, girl. Oh, hi.
You.
Henrik's alive.
Somewhat.
Ears are somewhat. My ears are hot. I
Crazy.
can get his. I can get his arm back. Would you like his arm back?
I don't care.
Bro, you okay?
Yeah.
Okay, you just sounded upset.
I'm getting dressed. I'll be back on my computer in just a sec.
Okay.
Dude, you shouldn't talk when you're naked.
Langan.
You know you like it, Herma.
No. No, I don't.
Don't like your centimeter defeater.
Don't,
It's at least 2 centimeters. Leave me
don't
alone.
inflate his ego, Tiny. It's a millimeter defeater.
Okay.
Millimeter defeater. Micro P. I fucked up, man.
You sound like it, bro.
Look, I've had a rough week, and next week's also gonna be rough. I'm not ready for Thursday. I gotta do a shift alone on Thursday.
Ooh.
I'm gonna just big dick it, and then I'm gonna call out sick.
Fair.
I'm probably not. I'm gonna, but I will hide in the bathroom, bitch, because I am a bitch. Saturday. Ugh. Why does the day go so fast? All the fuck downtime. Why do I sound like I'm gonna say, "Hey man, how's it hanging, bro? You want some swamp and fat schlong?" Oh, the fucking yeehaw, cowboy. I've been playing. I've been playing a lot of games recently. I've been playing too many games. I need to fucking pick a lane.
I've been very
Really,
focused on one series in particular. I'm sure none of you can guess which one.
why are you playing it backwards? Like, you
Because
started on 5, then 4, now you're on Persona 3 Reload.
yeah,
Why?
because that's the order I got them in.
Like,
Because Reload was $70 and it went on sale, and I got it while it was on sale.
hey,
And Golden was only $20 at the time, so I think I chose the good option.
bro, I got Dead Space when it was on sale, and I'm ready for them to make Dead Space 2 remastered. Not Dead Space 3, fuck Dead Space 3. Dead Space 3 was fucking hard. Anyone here play Dead Space? Doubt it. Y'all don't play horror games. Wincher's the only one who plays horror games. But like, he doesn't really play horror games. But he's
You
been
sure like talking
talking.
to yourself, huh?
Look, I get talkative when I'm tired.
Fair.
I like to yap. Because if I don't yap, I will pass the fuck out in 2 minutes.
No blame there.
Like, some people have insomnia. I can fall asleep in a minute. The funny thing Blue can do is he can cast haste, cast it with the fucking extended spell, and then leave.
Okay, I'm back. Sorry.
Welcome back.
Thank you.
Ball's
Yep,
back.
Just was grabbing something. Hi, Nevin. I see you in chat. How goes?
Hi, Devin.
Remind me, are we
in New Starlam right now with the people, or are we on the way?
You guys are currently on the outskirts.
We're on the way.
Yeah, you guys are currently on the outskirts of New Starlam, but you know that the civilians were teleported near New Starlam.
Yeah. They were teleported like a quarter mile away from New Starlam because, like, I don't want them to be near.
Yeah,
There are a
because
lot
some
of
them are not
infected.
safe.
Just in case. Some precautions were put.
Because a couple of the infected looked like they were about to change.
Yeah, they were near. They were.
Speaking of, now that we're back, Belwraith probably would have quarantined them and is actively guarding.
Well, you're heading to them right now.
It's true.
Oh, I thought we
Yeah.
were right there with them.
Nah,
When he gets there.
You teleported to the outskirts of New Starlam. They're like a quarter mile away from New.
Yeah.
You could see them, but you're not there.
Yeah. Basically, you see a crowd of people a bit of a ways away, but like they're there and you're walking towards them.
Gotcha.
So that being said, for Garnan, for Kazir, for Belwraith, and the rest of the party, I had to say, you guys are currently you guys were able to successfully planar shift back to the material plane, and you find yourself currently on the outskirts of the city. You do see like a kind of like dots of people in the distance. They're a bit of a obviously they're a bit of a ways away, but you can see them. It's not like they're like a quarter mile. It's not that far.
Darnan's just gonna look to the other Solaris and be like, "Walk. I'm tired."
Agreed. Oh, I just realized I forgot to move my mic.
At least I just got off the sending stone with Blue. Seems like everything's okay on his end, but he's about a day's journey away, so he's just resting, and then he's going to make his way to us faster. Henrik died?
Oh hell!
He does that a lot.
He does, but fortunately, at least according to Blue, he was able to get him back. But unfortunately, from the sound of it, he's been impaired.
What do you mean impaired?
Based on what Blue was saying, he had none of his stuff. Everything he had was gone.
Wait, so like his guns and his armor?
Yes.
Damn.
I don't know.
Shit.
I don't know the specifics. Unfortunately, Blue doesn't know the specifics either. He just was able to get Henrik back, but they're both currently resting.
Makes sense.
But at least everybody made it out alive.
Yeah. I guess.
Oh, that was terrifying.
Definitely can't argue with that.
Now, I will say though, as much as this reunion is good, there are some people over there that probably need our assistance.
Very true. Sooner we get to them, the better.
Indeed. You all feeling good enough to make the trip?
I am.
I'm still in one piece.
Garnan?
Yeah. Might be limping a little bit though. Ezrin's sword kind of hurt.
I can imagine it didn't look like it tickled.
No, it very much did not. You remember when you were slammed by a dragon?
Ah, yes, fond memories. Good times with your friend. And he just kind of pats you on the shoulder.
Yeah, it was kind of like that, just a little bit less.
Well, that's good. It's good that it was less. It was not a moment I would wish on anybody except maybe my enemies.
And between you and me, That motherfucker stunk.
All right, let's go help the civilians.
Give me just a sec. I gotta go get Silas.
Absolutely, you go ahead and get Silas. But I will say for the party, you guys are making your way over.
Yep.
All right, it's not much of a walk. Obviously, I imagine you guys are not pushing yourselves too hard. You guys just kind of got out of hell, figuratively and literally.
But
Exactly.
we just went through hell.
Hey. But as
I'll let myself out.
Goodbye, everyone. But for the majority of you guys, as you arrive, you do see like people are talking. There is some discomfort as like there are the ones that are infected are like they seem to be not necessarily like full panicking right now, but there is a level of like, oh god, like how soon, like some of them like looking at body parts because they know that it's only a matter of time. But as you
Impending doom.
exactly, but as you guys approach, but I say there is a level of like comfort because they're like, oh thank goodness the people are here. And you said, Belwraith, you were wanting to do what?
I'm just gonna look for the people who are most infected and quarantine and guard them.
Absolutely. They're not putting up much of a fight, like, because they've seen what you guys can do.
Fair,
It's a mix of fear. It's a mix of understanding.
But I say,
Zero will do his
Local
best
fear.
to help Belwraith.
absolutely. Just kind of go over the people, make sure that like the infected are separated, and like trying to at least give some comfort, I imagine.
Yeah, exactly.
Go ahead and for both of if you both want to roll, you can. Otherwise, if you want to give one an advantage, you can. Go ahead and just roll me like a persuasion check, as you're just trying to like get the crowd to work with you and not give any like it's basically more of a level of like how much comfort you're giving to the people.
What's
Do you
your
want to give me
persuasion?
it? I got a +4.
Okay, then yeah, I'll give you advantage.
All right. So
All right.
so Belwraith with advantage.
16 and a dirty 20.
Nice.
Sweet.
It's at first there's like a level of like oh god, but then like as you kind of you do like the classic thing where like you walk up to somebody panicking and you're just like you're fine. You see me? You attacking me? No? You're fine.
We're not killing each other quite yet, so.
Listen, I'm not part of the Grey Guard. You're fine.
I'm not with the Grey Knights. It's okay.
This isn't an execution. I'm here to help you. Alrighty. About to say, with that being the case, you do see like Philman is also kind of helping with the guarding, but you do notice that like Bimp, Knackle, and Karik are helping out with the people and like just kind of giving comfort, like passing out water if they can, like any food, basically. Because remember, these people were basically enslaved for a long period of time. Everyone's kind of having a rough go.
Oh yeah, definitely.
I will ask, would you guys start the march of like trying to lead them back to New Starlam, or would you rather them keep their distance?
That's a very good question.
Okay, I am back, and I did want to do something when we got there.
Oh, absolutely. What would you like to do?
Okay. Oh shit, do I have access to thaumaturgy? Of course I don't have my sheet up, because I never fucking do. Give me one
You
sec.
have thaumaturgy now. I give you thaumaturgy.
I thought you could only
he's
do
just
that
gonna-
for yourself.
We've rolled it in past that we can do it if we multicast, so I don't see why we wouldn't be able to.
Fair.
Yeah, I mean, it's up to Winter, but
I'm not gonna make an argument here. You're good.
okay. He's just gonna nudge Belwraith and be like, "Hey, let me be loud for a minute."
Speak to the people, Piccolo.
Is there like a hill that Garnon can stand on to, show himself as
There is
taller
a flying
without having
carpet.
to?
There is indeed a flying carpet.
Wait,
I mean, if you were going,
Garden's still
He's-
huge.
No, he would have.
he would have
shrunk
dropped.
down
Yeah,
now.
he would have dropped by now.
Oh yeah.
I,
It's
I,
Okay,
been
just
like
I'll-
wasn't
20
sure about the
minutes.
I'll-
time frame of it all.
I'll say for the sake of, I'll make a narrative declaration. There's a hill right there.
Woohoo! Look, a convenient hill.
Hey, whoa, wow, how convenient.
Garnan is going to stand on top of the hill and just look to the crowd. People of Tosquidal, people of Atharia, you are here on the outskirts of New Starlam, safe from those that were your captors. We, the Solaires of Atharia, will do our best to guarantee you stay safe as we return you to your homes. And if you have no home, that you are safe with trusted friends of ours that do. Ezran, the man that used you, is no more, slain by my blade. He, nor his servants, will be after you no more. To those of the Tilry tribe, my home, my family, let yourselves know that I hold no hate towards you. My father, chieftain of the tribe, will be returned safely as soon as possible. I hope that you are able to forgive me for what I had done all that time ago, and will be allowed to return to you once all is said and done. As for now, keep each other safe. Take time to heal, and remember that you are okay. I trust you all. And he will just kind of step down and begin the march.
Absolutely. Go ahead and just roll me a persuasion check with advantage.
Will do. And I still don't have my sheet up.
God damn, wow.
You should be
I was
better at
pulling
this
that
by
up.
now.
Hey, shut up. Shut up. You're right. Shut up.
Shut your face. I came back for the music.
Okay. Good. And you said persuasion?
Yes, with advantage.
That is a 21 total.
Oh, did you roll into Discord?
Yeah.
Mhm.
Okay, just making sure.
I did. Oh, do we need roll 20?
No. You don't need roll 20. I just didn't. I have roll 20 up for just the background.
Fight incoming.
Fight incoming. Say stability. All of them turn all at once. Roll for initiative.
But yeah, 21.
All right, 21. Absolutely. You see yeah, 21. You see all of them kind of like there's again like kind of similar to Bellwraith. There's like a moment of like there maybe like one or two of them are like but then you see like members of the Tillery tribe just kind of step forward. And you just see them kind of give like a kind of like a almost like a pat on the chest, and they kind of just give you a look, and they start to help the people and lead them towards the city. All right. Alrighty, so
Yep.
so you guys are leading him back.
Yep.
I will ask this question. Where would you like to bring the infected? Would you like to try to get them like in a maybe like a destroyed section of the city, or like try to keep them like away from the populace, or are you like trying to
Yeah, we're definitely keeping
Yeah.
them away from
We're
populace.
keeping them away from the populace. Hey, Bimp,
Oh, yes.
how long does the cure stay in someone's system for? Do you know? Or like an estimated guess, maybe? I'd ask Henrik, but he's, not here.
Are you referring to the dosage that he gave to Philman and Dakarik?
Yeah. I just want to know how long that'll be in their system for before they can like be around them again safely.
Once it's been administered, at least from what I've talked to Henrik about it because just in case. As far as I understand it, unfortunately not to the same caliber, it kind of reverts back the plague at least a couple of days, so it helps them. So it's basically like essentially it's like it's like cleaning an infection, but it doesn't quite cure it.
Okay, so it's probably not a good idea to put them over there with them then.
If they've been given the dosage, they should be fine. because it reverts, if I remember correctly, because I'll have to pull up my notes. Sarma, do you have the notes pulled up?
Hi.
What I say?
Hi. What?
The sort of the essentially the remedy that helps revert back the plague a bit. I'm trying to remember how far back it reverts. Like,
Ooh.
is it just a couple of days?
Pretty much just trying to ask if Philman and Kark would be safe to lead the infected away somewhere else.
Oh.
The vaccine, you mean?
Yeah, the vaccine.
Oh, goodness.
It's not.
This is why we have version history. Version history is a great help.
Fair. It's not as clouded.
I named it your vaccine. It slows it by a week.
Okay, so it's a full week. It slows it by a full week. Okay. That's what I figured, but I just wanted to double check because I'm like, I didn't want to like step on my own toes going like, well, no, it was more like this. And it's like, okay, it's a week. Good to know. Thank you. That way I don't have to dig it through my notes. So
Yeah, don't worry.
for Philman and Kark, they should be fine. About to say they can be around them. They are still infected, but they have basically been reversed a week. So they have time.
Okay. Philman, Kark, would you two mind leading the infected somewhere safe but away from the non-infected?
We can do that, no problem. Bale Wraith, did you want to accompany us? You are immune to this.
I will.
All right, good to know. This way we can give a little extra comfort knowing that the Ark Cardinal's here.
Oh yeah, I forgot he was immune to that. I would have just asked him. Oh well, works for me.
Well, it's good to have multiple just in case. Don't know how powerful these demons would be if they turned.
Too many over too few and all that.
Exactly.
Well, if you need us, you know how to contact us, so don't be shy. As for everyone else, you guys could just go with me to New Starlam. I will take your silence as a yes. Bimp.
Yeah, you see Bimp and Knackle just kind of like nodding in agreement. Knackle does look at you and go, "As far as I can tell, friend Garnin, they seem to be the people that are infected are at least in a stable condition. None of them seem to be injured. However, I do worry about some of the others that might need some medical assistance. Getting them to the city would be best."
Cool. Any ideas of where exactly?
As far as I understand, the only real building that they have set up currently in the city is the inn. However, there is a variety of tents that were there the last time we were in New Starlam.
You know what? We'll figure it out when we get there. Let's go.
Very well then. I say, so you guys escort the party. So the party escorts the civilians back to New Starlam, which, I mean, there is a level of raucous, as you do see there is a lot of soldiers here. A lot of your guys' soldiers are here because they came to New Starlam to help. And you do see as soon as you guys walk up, like there's a level of like swords drawn, weapons drawn, but then as soon as they see you, they're like, "Oh, okay, it's you." You see Mary walk up to the front and go, "Okay, well, at least we're good to see that you guys are here. So I have a few questions that might need some answering, and the sooner you answer, the better."
I'll do my best to answer.
Good. Hold on one second. She turns around. What are you all standing here for? Go help the people.
Before you start, yes, Blue is alive.
Okay. That was going to be my first question because I didn't see him. And if he died, I'd have to kill him. I'm a cleric. I can do that.
He's alive. He's not looking good, but he's alive.
So nothing's changed.
He will be okay. Yeah, pretty much.
Okay. Good to know. That's a good
Second question.
Good start. Go on.
What's your second question?
Well, my second, before I ask any questions, you all help the civilians. Bring them to the town. We have cots. We have things to set them up in. At least it will help. At least we can help the most injured. Then she turns back to you guys. Second of all, what the fuck happened?
Oh God.
Avernus! Avernus!
She just
well,
looked at you
let's just
incredulously.
Okay, so here's the dealio, right? Found Ezra and Karik and Philman and Elosa. Elosa was passed out. Karik and Philman were super duper infected and fighting us. I killed. Oh, we also saw that one artificer dude.
Hmm.
Ezrin died. You're welcome. Blue and Henrik did some fucky wucky magic bullshit and sent Starlam into Avernus. We saw the 5-headed dragon. That was kind of neat. And
Wait,
then
did we see the five-headed dragon?
Yep.
Yep.
I thought that showed up.
yeah, we
after
got a
we
a
left.
little glimpse of her before
Oh,
we
yeah.
disappeared.
Henrik is the only one who
that
got a
was
up close
fun.
view, but you guys did see a 5-headed dragon coming your way, which I'm gonna roll a dice real quick. She just looks at you in absolute disbelief.
I know it's hard to believe. I almost shit myself.
Same.
Yeah, we saw her. We saved all the people, teleported them over there, and he just kind of points in the direction.
There, just waves
He
hand.
came-
And then we plane shifted beside them ish. And Blue said he was going to teleport, and he did that, I think.
Okay.
He should be here
think
in
that-
the morning.
I think that about covers it.
That about covers it. Which at least it's good to know the civilians are safe, the enemies are dead. Doesn't necessarily explain what happens to the city. I mean, it's in a
Oh, it's
wait,
as far as
Would
I
we
know, it's still
that it might
there.
have gotten destroyed because that was
We
kind
have
of the
no
plan
clue
to
yet.
destroy it.
We have no idea.
Yeah, Henrik.
I know, but it was kind of the plan to destroy it. Well,
My guess is it crashed into Avernus, and the Hells are very not happy with us right now.
yeah, the plan was to destroy it. Henrik was to destroy it, but that's a little. We don't know really what happened there because Blue hadn't told us.
I'm sure we'll find out later.
Yeah,
All right.
true.
Okay. So chalk that up to a list of things that are happening. I needed.
That's a very long list.
Yes, but in the time you guys were gone, something happened.
Oh God, what?
We lost contact with the capital.
Oh shit!
Like no sending stones or anything?
Nothing. We've been trying. We've been casting sending. We've been using We've been using the sending spell. We've been casting scry. Nothing.
Well, that's bad.
Indeed.
Very.
I was hoping if Blue was amongst you, he would have the capabilities of being able to. He's got a variety of tools and has made contacts in the city. I was hoping maybe he might have had something that might be able to get a hold of them or check on them. Unfortunately, I'm a bit tapped out at the moment. We had a pretty decent fight of our own. As she kind of jerks her thumb towards a pile of demon corpses.
Holy
Oh,
hell!
nice. Henrik would be salivating.
He would be. He would be, but he's not here. But you said he's okay.
As far as we know, yes.
Okay.
Oh shit.
Well, he did die,
yeah.
but he's okay. Blue brought it
Uh,
back somehow.
He died, came back with nothing else. Like nothing. He was naked.
Oh,
Good to know.
That's
Good to
fair
know. But he had all his limbs.
That's what Bimp said. Yes. He just looks to Bimp.
Bimp just kind of like
that
shrugs.
wasn't fully mentioned.
Bimp just kind of shrugs. According to Blue, he had none of his equipment on him. So I don't know what the limitations, but as far as I know, he's in one piece. Okay.
Mm.
Okay, these are at least at least in this operation, everything that's happened and Starlam in the sky has been dealt with and is gone. would have loved to save the city, but at the same time, that seemed too hopeful.
We saved the people at least.
And that's the important thing. The people are safe. That's all that matters, truly. It is a shame we didn't save the city. I imagine there were probably still resources on it.
More than likely. But we
Yeah.
just have to kind of deal with what we deal with.
Exactly.
Okay. Okay. How about you all? Are you all okay? No, nobody's injured.
I am in a lot of pain, but I'm okay.
Do you need healing?
Besides a bit of her. Besides a bit
Eh,
of fur,
I should
I'm
be
doing
okay.
all right.
I think a good
Oh.
long rest will get me back in tip-top shape.
That's good.
Double checking. What do I need to get back to full health? Because I remember that my max HP was reduced,
But I say,
and I can't remember what if you said that was a curse.
I think he said it was a
thing, or-
long rest, but I do not remember.
that was from the fight against Ezrin.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah. But I say you don't know for sure, but you've had dealt with stuff like this before, where like after a day or a couple of days rest, it seemed to kind of return. As far as you can,
Oh, okay.
as far as you can tell, you haven't been like blight cursed or anything like that.
Oh yeah. I at least have extra HP from something. Other people may as well. I don't remember.
It was aid,
It was aid.
like a level 5 aid.
Yeah, basically your maximum HP was increased by 25.
Yep.
Something like that.
Try.
Oh,
And that's
Just,
for 8
8
hours.
8 hours. Just a quick reminder to double check your max HP. I don't
Yeah.
think I was the only one targeted by that.
You were not.
All right.
I believe I targeted myself, you, and Garnan.
I think that was correct.
I
Yeah.
also have it.
That being the case, then check in with clerics if you need to. Make sure they go over you to make sure there's no lasting or lingering effects. And to say, Belwraith, you were going to help the cursed civilians.
Yes, I'm on my way there now.
Okay, sounds good. Make sure that they stay safe. We have a couple more guards in the area to make sure that if they do turn, we can assist. But obviously, we are trying to keep our distance if we can. We're a bit limited on people who can handle the plague right now. A lot of those individuals are very spread thin.
Oh, let's not fuck up.
Correct.
yeah.
In the meantime,
Die.
yes, pretty much. In the meantime, get some rest. You all deserve it. As much as I'm worried about the capital and what has happened there. You did a good job. This could have gone way worse.
True. Very true.
Get a long rest. We can talk more in the morning. But you all look like hell.
We were literally
Take that as a
there,
compliment.
so
Take it as you see fit. But just rest. And you watch as
Good plan.
she walks away. But Garnan,
huh?
before you get too far, you see one of the furbolgs walk up to you.
Uh-oh.
Garnan.
Yes.
No rolls necessary. You would recognize this individual. About to say he's a bit of an older member of the Tillery tribe. About to say, if I remember correctly, his name was Boulder.
Is that one
Okay.
gay one?
Huh, funny. I had a dream about you
Boulder,
the other
yes.
day.
Oh,
Boulder, right? Yes.
Yes, it has been some
I-
time. I do not blame you for not remembering at first glance.
What's up?
Well, first of all, wanted to make sure I needed to check something. He punches your shoulder.
Arnhan does not move.
Yeah, I mean, you guys are the same height, but you're obviously more muscle than he is. It definitely there's a level of like he obviously your
It
people have
hurt
been
his hand.
yeah your people
He
have been
just he just looks at him and confusedly says, "Ow."
making
No,
sure.
you're wearing like breastplate, so it's just
Ching!
boom,
Ah!
like a
Ah! He just lifts up his hand, broken knuckles. Ah, yes. Ah! No, realistically, like it's not even like a hard punch, but it's more of just a punch to the shoulder.
Playful punch.
Okay, not an illusion. Good to know you're actually Garnan.
I could have told you that, but
With everything I've been through, do you blame me?
no, not at all.
Second of all, your father. What exactly happened to him?
The infection, as you can see from the people over there. Do you know what happens when it reaches its maximum?
We are aware. We've seen it happen to people that were around us.
That that happened to him. He died, quote unquote, in the fight, and he is currently, I assume, in the abyss.
Is there actually a way to save him?
It wouldn't be my first time in the abyss. It is possible. It's likely going to be hard, but possible.
He kind of looks at you, and you are being honest. I know that, but he is going to roll an insight check on you.
or is he?
He kind of looks at you and he goes, "I will take you at your word. We are scattered a bit, but we are coming back together. The tribe has been weakened. We're in smaller numbers now. Not all of us got captured, fortunately. One of the Goliath tribes to the north was able to get some of the tribe to safety. Not all.
It is good to hear.
At this point, based on the counts we have, aside from your father and aside from you, we're looking at maybe 30 members here, and maybe about 30, 35 back in the mountains. Which, Garnan, you would know that is a devastating blow, considering you guys were you guys were a sizable tribe.
Like what? Like 500 strong?
Yeah, about 500 strong. Which, I mean, considering you know Ezrin and you knew how his feelings towards the tribe were and everything,
Yeah.
the fact that there were survivors is a miracle on its own.
That is unfortunate to hear, but also not too surprising. Ezrin was a monster, to say the least.
Yes.
I'm a little shocked there were survivors to begin with, to be honest. I
Well.
mostly expected a lot of you to be bled out or something, I don't know.
The Tillery are strong. We at least had the foresight. And the shaman of the tribe sought to bring a pilgrimage of a group of women and children, and took them to the mountains.
Good. Good.
Our numbers are low, but we are not wiped out, and that is all that matters.
Rebuilding is always possible.
Yes. However, we do need a leader. You swear to me You can get your father back.
He just kind of looks at him. I can do my best,
That's all
but
I
I
can.
don't think I can make any swear.
I appreciate that you don't lie to my face. And that is the case. I will speak with the Tilry. Is there anything you wish of us to be doing in this time, or would you rather us be resting?
Take at least the first day, maybe the second as well, to rest, regroup, and help heal each other. Not just physically, but emotionally as well. You've all been through quite a lot in these past few months or years, or just be safe. And when you feel like the time is come, go home.
We will take these words to heart. I will speak with them. I cannot speak for the entirety of the tribe. With how few we are still without a leader. I am obviously the senior at the moment, while the shaman is currently in the mountains. That being the case, I will speak with them. We will organize and do what we can.
I trust your judgment.
You see, like, still a stern face. Good to see things are looking up for you, Garnan. And he kind of gives you a pat as he starts making his way back to the tribe. Is there anything you guys would like to do before taking a long rest?
What's Alosa looking like right now?
Absolutely destroyed.
7 out of 10.
Yeah.
She's still probably. I would imagine she's still asleep, being carried by someone.
Oh, 100%.
Probably.
She, at this point, she probably would have been brought to a cot where, like, she's basically, like, they're making sure that she is not in critical condition, making sure that her wounds are not infected, and they're probably trying to get some blood back into her system.
He is just going to go over and sit with her for as long as he can.
Absolutely. Just
And
kind
that
of
will be Garnan for tonight.
just staying by her side.
Makes sense.
Yeah, just being beside Alosa as much as he possibly can, and healing whenever necessary, helping out the clerics whenever they need it, stuff like that.
Absolutely. About to say, because
He is mostly tapped out, but
same time, what little do you have left?
yeah.
All right. Kazir, was there anything you wanted to do before taking a long rest?
No.
Alright.
Nothing I can think of.
Just kind of after everybody's kind of good and people are busy, you're just like, I'm tired.
Yeah. I mean, Kazir's doing good on health-wise, but he's bent on spells, and also being diminished isn't a good thing, because max HP below 100 is scary.
That's, I mean, you know, that especially at level 90. Oof. But at the same time, I imagine it's a combination of mental stress and mental relief all at the same time.
Yeah, exactly.
All right. So Kazir probably doing what he can, but for the most part, just kind of catching his breath.
Yeah, that's a good way to put it.
Belwraith, are you staying up the whole night, or are you gonna basically work with the people there to do shifts?
I'll be working with them to do shifts.
Okay, there is a lot of soldiers here, so there's a lot of people to work with. Fortunately, it's just that not all of them can get close for obvious reasons. All right, in that
I
case,
wonder if a Glade can.
I mean, Glade could help. He is a plasmoid.
Going to get infected.
I mean, no one knows. Like, plasmoids are a new race here. They don't know. No one knows if they can be infected.
I think since Jublex was a thing.
Yeah. So I mean, it's
in the air.
yeah, it's in the air. No one knows for sure. The problem is the plasmoids are not from here, so no one knows. Above game, I know, but in game, nobody knows. So you could ask him to help, but you just don't know what the effects would be.
He's going to die.
He is now a puddle of ooze. That is all he is.
A puddle of
He actually just
sad
turns into the new
ooze.
Dewey Blex.
Oh no! God! He absorbs the people with the abyssal plague, so he can take his role.
Fuck it, I'd vote for him.
I vote for him. I vote for this monster. Okay, hold on one second, guys.
Sad doggo.
It's just so sad.
Oh. Oh, I know the anime this is from. I think. I don't know. I don't remember the name of it, but I think I know the story behind the anime. That scene.
Are we long resting then?
Yeah, well, that's
What do you
far.
mean we?
Better say.
You're
About
right. I'm already long resting. I'm out cold.
Honk me.
What he said.
All right, we
And-
get a long
And
rest.
so on.
all right. So that being the case, Henrik,
Oh hi.
you
I
have
would say I have 21 total of hit dice. Whatever.
20.
Sorry, it just
21 hit dice. You should have 19 hit dice.
I thought so, but for some reason it says 21, and it just occurred to me.
You're,
I'll fix that. Easy.
you're level 21.
Well,
Well, I didn't realize. I don't know why
you
it
10
said
levels in
I
Rogue
had.
and 9 levels in Warlock. Is that why you got it wrong?
Maybe. I don't know how it changed. It just changed.
Either way,
It's
I'm not just now
fine.
changed.
it's
eh,
it's fine.
It's not a big deal.
Henrik,
Yes.
you are dreaming. You were originally in emptiness, seeing visions of fire. And now you are seeing visions of fire, hell, the five-headed dragon you saw, disintegration, agony and pain, paranoia. Very much being... You get hit by Rothalim's psychic lance somehow, no one knows.
Sorry, I accidentally clicked that.
Apparently because
For
he
some
wants to
reason it
finish the
said I have
job.
0 spell slots.
Did you click the long rest button?
Yeah, I mean it says that in the actual where it's supposed to say how many max, it says 0. I know a way to.
I'll take a look at it in a bit. Either way,
Yeah, sorry about that.
no, it's all good. It's all good. But I say, you deal with this. You're trying to deal with this mental trauma, and it is taking its toll on you. You said you rolled a 7.
I rolled a 7.
I
Then-
know what's wrong.
Then I will offer you 2 options, Herma.
Okay.
1, Henrik's maximum wisdom will go down by a couple points, or you develop you develop a condition, PTSD.
Yeah, makes sense. We'll go with the PTSD. That seems more accurate.
There we go.
But I say
That's
these seem to be the 2 most fitting things for 2 fitting options for Henrik, considering everything that he's gone through over the course of the last couple of hours.
Yeah. Yeah.
And as the night passes, bless you, Henrik, you would be the first to wake. How he wakes up is up to you. But you find yourself not in hell with one arm. You see Blue there. You have no clothes.
Oh, I know what's going on.
Well,
Sorry.
Blue would have put him in a set of clothes.
Oh, what you put him in a set of clothes? Okay,
Yeah, because
Okay.
Blue has a lot of extras.
that's fair. That's fair.
Wait, no.
Okay. Um, Henrik wakes up in a bit of a cold sweat. He looks around. Is there a window he can like look out and get a gauge of time?
Yes.
He does so.
Yep. All right. As you open the window, it is just
Oh.
like like literally like the sun is starting to rise over the horizon. So it is currently sunrise.
All right. He looks down at the clothes he was given, and then he looks around for his gear that he became so accustomed to having on him 24/7.
As you look around, there is nothing.
Then it's a long exhale. Goes to Blue's bag and makes himself a drink from his endless decanter.
Easily done. I say
Just sips on it till Blue wakes up, not saying anything.
absolutely. Blue, you eventually wake up. Again, how Blue wakes up is up to you.
Just sits up, looks over at Henrik, makes sure he's still alive.
Yeah. Well, he's not in the bed anymore. He's sitting on a chair, currently drinking something from a glass.
Morning.
Understandable. What are you?
Thanks for using that wish spell.
Or so it's that, or you become a demon, and but have you doing that? Good.
The demon was probably one of the better things that could have happened for that. Did your deity inform you of what happened in Avernus, or you guys still in the dark about that?
Uh, still in the dark. I just asked about if we're okay, and gotta know.
All right. He downs the rest of his glass. So, Starlam is destroyed
But
in entirety. All of the Magi tech that was there is gone, vaporized, cannot be used.
I will.
I managed to put a scratch on Tiamat, so that happened. Oh, and don't worry about me invoking her name. She knows very well of my existence by now.
I would assume if you scratch her ego
Oh,
and her form,
So
forget about
I
that.
thought a little bit. Oh, I might have to. I'm going to have to retire from the Solaires.
I already talked with Pimp about that. I know.
He pours himself another drink. Um, as you've realized, I don't have my gear, so there's that. And there's also the fact that all of the cultists of the Dragon Queen are going to be after my skin now. I've made a lifelong enemy. And you
Also,
can't
the
afford to have
fact
that target on the Solaire's back as well, while you're trying to deal with this demonic plague.
there, and there's also the fact that you're not mentally fit.
Don't know if I ever was, but matter of the time.
Fair, but
Um, do you know if they found my family in New Starlam or not.
They haven't told me anything. I passed out shortly after
I
talking.
figured. Don't worry about it.
You could ask Mary, but it's sun's just coming up, so I don't know if she's up to talk yet.
During the day, are we teleporting over there, or are we walking? I
Uh,
don't even.
We're-
Oh, that's why it keeps. Sorry.
We're teleporting over there. I'll be teleporting. We're in Bulmar, the port city that we boat to Oshana.
Oh,
It was the closest teleportation circle I knew. I ended up in Sindus after getting banished.
How do I fix?
okay. Well, I'll let you get ready for the day. I have nothing I can prep.
Blue's just gonna move over and hug you,
Oh,
making sure not to spill your drink.
bad.
Thank you. Going insane or dying out, right? Giving up.
If only you could have seen it. I was a pretty big badass back there. It was weird though. I was talking to some like imposters of Slayers back then. I don't know. Felt like it. Might be the magic sickness. Probably the magic sickness.
Probably the magic sickness. It was us, but you kept calling me a slime for some reason. Pretty
Let's not-
funny.
Well, let's not talk.
Something slime mafia, I think it was.
That sounds highly irrational.
You were being highly irrational.
Probably the magic sickness from controlling the city and opening a gate to Avernus.
Siphoned the infinite power of a Magitech engine through your body. Yeah, no shit.
Wait, quick question about bags of holding. If the artificer dies, would the bag of holding that the artificer made fry?
It has a couple days until it breaks.
Oh, okay.
That's
So,
how infusions work. Once the artificer dies, it has a number of days equal to their intelligence modifier until the infusion goes away.
oh, okay.
Meaning for now.
Just checking because so
Meaning,
does
for
that mean
now,
that
it's
they're
fine.
okay? Cool.
You have like 5 days.
Need a replacement.
Yeah.
Out of character,
Or
I
just
know that in character because there wouldn't even
Or just a
have a flicker of a
reinfusion.
thought.
Just like the thought of
Anyway.
that you guys are walking around and randomly you just hear a, and all your stuff just falls to the ground. Like you emptied your inventory in Skyrim.
Anyways, are you going to be up for creating the cure now that you have extra time on your hands?
Yeah, I just need all the ingredients and sure.
We have the ingredients in the dungeon, and
Alright.
we have your setup still there.
Alright. I guess the dungeon is the safest place for me to stay. I guess. I don't know.
It would cut you off from being looked upon by, a chromatic dragon guy.
Yeah. At least until we get some anti-scry rings.
Yeah. We'll have to talk to the Thieves Guild about that. Come on. He's gonna get his stuff ready. Can you help me equip my armor?
Oh. Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
You'll have to put down the whiskey for a bit.
Oh, right. Okay. And he helps you put on the armor.
Once the armor is on, and they went to. He was asleep first, then Blue went to bed earlier than the other Solaires, since like, as soon as they finished talking, you went to bed. Blue is going to use the spell Teleport, since there isn't a teleportation circle.
That is correct. You are familiar with the location, but there is still a dice roll involved. But the odds of you failing are significantly less. So I'll need you to go ahead and roll me a d100.
Yippee! D100. Eat if you want.
Yeah, you're fine. You're very familiar with the location, so.
Sweet.
Teleport in town.
Where specifically would you teleport in the city?
Blue is teleporting to the inn. Well, bar, inn, whatever the fuck it was.
Yep, the tavern.
The thing where we killed that guy.
Yes. I say the tavern. Are you just teleporting into like the bar, like the main room?
Yeah. It's like before breakfast time, so it should be too.
Yeah. I say worst case scenario, there's some kitchen hands.
Yeah, that'd freak the fuck out.
Yeah, you guys, because of your success, Henrik, Baloo, you guys feel yourself being pulled as you disappear and come forward inside of the main chamber of the tavern of the city of New Starlam. You do see some people going, oh, for the gods, oh.
Howdy.
Hi. I believe I've seen you before. You're a member of the Solaris, right?
Yes, Blue Moon.
Oh, scared the shit out of me.
Oh, this was the most familiar place I knew, which is sad because it's a bar. Anyways, hi.
Hi.
Good morning.
Yes, good morning indeed. It is quite early.
Yeah, you possibly know where a person named Mary is staying.
Yes, Mary is currently with her soldiers. She's sleeping on a cot near where the civilians are.
You know where Glade would be?
Glade is currently shadowing the mayor, who's doing the rounds right now, checking in with soldiers and seeing if there's any supplies that are necessary.
They'll probably be in the same place. Alright, thank you. He's gonna toss them a gold coin.
Oh, much obliged. Be careful out there.
And gonna start heading out. And
Alright.
following?
Yep.
Alright.
So
Going to soldier place.
absolutely. You guys would make it over there pretty quickly. You do see some soldiers are already starting to make the rounds, kind of moving around, getting the stuff. I imagine the Solaires are not quite awake just yet, probably starting to stir a little bit. Belwraith, you probably would be asleep a little bit longer, since I imagine you would have taken one of the first shifts.
Yeah, he probably would have done a healthy amount of overtime on that too.
Yeah, so he's probably going to be out for just for a little while longer. If you want to get the benefits of a long rest.
Yeah.
I imagine, Kazir would probably be the closest to waking up, and Knuckle's just awake because he doesn't sleep, but he'd be with the civilians helping out where he can.
Yeah, fair.
Who is looking for the mayor at this moment?
All right, go ahead.
Glade was the one trusted with the dungeon.
That is true. Go ahead and roll me a perception check. It's not going to be the DC is not too high. It's just to see how long it takes you to find them.
Okay. Perception. Always forget how high is. Damn.
Natural 20, so 34.
34.
It takes you no time at all. Like, you walk into where the civilians. Where is she? There she is. And literally walk up to her as she's like speaking with a couple of soldiers who are like carrying like clipboards with like, and they're just kind of taking notes from each other.
Pardon me.
Oh, Blue. It has been a moment. How are you?
Uh, eh, I'm a kicking.
I can see that. Seem to be in one piece. That's good to see. I've been informed that the city is no longer in this realm of existence. It's currently in the hells.
Oh, it's not even in the hells no more. But that's a different story. Um, that's it's gone. It's gone.
Oh, okay. Hmm. I mean, I guess there's a level of comfort knowing that it's gone.
Yeah.
So it is unfortunate that we couldn't save the city, but at the same time, I don't know if anybody would want to return there anyways.
Same time, it was covered in infection, and if that thing dropped on Atharia, you could guess the damage.
I wouldn't like to imagine. But I can assume.
Blade here? Where is he?
Oh yes, Glade, come. And you see Glade, like kind of like rematerializes near where you guys are. Seems he was like moving around the bedsides. Hello, hello, Blue. How are you?
Alive, as some could say.
It's good to see that you are still living. I am as well.
That's good to see. Did Mary happen to give you a little device?
Oh,
Magic device.
oh yes. Hold on. And you watch as he reaches inside of himself, and you watch as he pulls out the symbol for the portable dungeon. She said to keep it.
Could I have that?
She said to keep it extra safe, so I kept it inside of myself.
Yeah, that was the backup plan in case the city fell.
Here you are.
That's smart.
Indeed, thank you.
Gonna take it back. Nice to have.
Anything else you need?
Uh, uh, how are y'all?
Huh?
I know this has been traumatic. Y'all doing all right?
It seems everyone's doing fine. And you watch as the mayor just kind of goes, for the most part, fine. We have a couple of injured, unfortunately, some dead. An individual did turn in the night, and unfortunately needed to be put down. But it was minimal.
Excellent.
I mean, it's unfortunate, but these are the circumstances we're in.
Yes. Um, First off, more happy news. Glade, I found a place that has more of your people if you'd like to see them after this whole mess is over.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Hmm. I would like more of his people. But Glade has been helping here.
I mean, after this mess is over. Just to visit, see your people, then you could come back.
You watch as he kind of nods his head. As long as I can return. Glade has found people who accept Glade. They do not fear me.
Yeah, that's real good to hear.
Still look at me odd.
Well, I mean, not many people have your tricks. Some people are probably jealous.
Jealousy is a weird emotion.
Most emotions are weird.
That is fair. That is fair. But Glade must continue doing his rounds. Good seeing you, friend
Go on
Blue.
ahead. Good seeing you too.
Hello, friend Henrik.
Hello.
How are you doing?
I'm alive.
This is good. This is good.
I think so too.
Are you in any need of assistance?
No.
Fairly well. If you are in need of assistance, do not hesitate to come get me. I must continue my rounds though. It's a good seeing you.
Yeehaw.
Shut up.
Do you happen to know where Mary is if she's awake?
Oh yes, she is. She is currently over there. She has not slept too much recently. She has been staying up, making sure things have been moving smoothly. I worry about the girl. I swear she'll die of a heart attack at a young age.
I'm gonna go yell at her. That'll
Cool.
be fun.
You see her eye, like the mayor's eyes roll. Good luck.
Oh, I'm good at convincing people.
I say.
Not kill themselves.
As you guys are walking and making your way over to an area where you see Mary is currently speaking with some troops and going, well, make sure you double the numbers in this parameter. We want to make sure that we all get snuck up on. The demons are gone, but that doesn't mean that all of them are gone. We have to worry in case there might be an attack from another location. You just see, just like, yes, ma'am, completely understandable. We will get to work immediately. Good. I don't want to hear any squabbles. Get it done. And she turns and she sees you.
Hey!
Hello, Blue. It is good to see that you are in one piece. As he kind of walks up to you and just kind of gives a light slap on the face, like, there.
Yeah, mostly.
I don't see any clear injuries on you. Is there any secret injuries you're hiding from me?
Yeah, his left butt cheek.
She looks at you, Blue. Is he telling the truth?
I did it.
You see radiant energy glow from her hands.
Just light bruising.
That will heal on its own. You watch as her hand she lets go of the magic.
I suggest, yeah. Should probably save your magic for serious matters.
Indeed, a lot has happened in the short period of time, but at least the certain threat at the moment has been taken care of. Yep. You seem a bit worse for wear. Are you okay, Henrik? Are you in need of any healing?
Well, no. Better see to myself another arm. I'll be right as rain.
You're looking for a prosthetic.
Yeah, I can make another one. I should have enough materials in the. Well, no, I could blow my bag of holding. So.
Fair enough.
I'll find the materials.
Fair enough. If you need any base prosthetics, we do have a couple but they're nothing. But they are just your basics, not the same level of advancement as yours was.
Yeah. I'll figure it out. I always do.
But it's a good thing that you two are here. I need to speak with you.
You told me about the news from the capital.
Yes.
That was like last message you gave.
Yes. We've lost full contact. We've been trying to use the sending spell. We've been trying to scry, but we have not been able to get we have not been able to successfully do any of that to them. They've gone completely off radar, and I don't know, and I have no idea and no means of being able to check in a quick amount of time. You have any means of being able to contact the capital, or any person that you might be able to scry upon, any individual, or possibly a means to be able to check on the capital?
Fastest way would be teleporting, but that would be most dangerous. I do have sending stones to people who would be in the capital, but if sending stones aren't working, that might be the same story. He's gonna quickly check like any sending stone of someone who would be in the capital.
Well, you know the Queen and Kevlar are currently in Oshana. Let us say,
And
us.
Roland and the Ma are not on this plane.
Yeah, no, they are not currently on this plane of existence.
Uh, I mean, the Baron of Padstow,
That is true. That
he
is,
was there.
yep.
I'll try the sending stone from the Baron.
Alrighty, you activate the sending stone. It glows, but there seems to be no connection.
I guess sending to someone in my manor is if that doesn't send through, that's not good.
As you cast sending and send your message, it immediately fizzles.
Oh, there's okay, it's just gone, so that means that there is a wall of anti-divination. Well, not divination, but magic. I think the only way that we could do anything would be teleporting there.
That would probably be for the best. Unfortunately, our high-level casters are basically reporting to everybody else and trying to get a. We had considered using one of the military wizards to head there, but at the same time, if we can have you all check, that would be probably for the best. You are more experienced with these demons, and if there is any threat in the area of a higher caliber, you would be more your group would be more able to handle it better than us sending a random platoon of soldiers.
Understandable.
We have limited resources, and I'm trying my best.
Understood. But we're back.
Which already puts my mind at ease. But as many have said before, it's good to have a level of paranoia, especially considering the fact that I can't contact any of my superiors.
Need to get the others, then we can teleport. It'd be best to teleport outside of the city. If since magic circles are more than likely down as well.
Indeed. If that's the case, then I will leave it to you all to do this. I'm going to do my last rounds of checkup and make sure all the soldiers are good. And then probably close my eyes for a bit.
Yeah, Mayor told me about that. Hey, don't kill yourself.
She looks at you like a person who hasn't had their coffee in the morning. I'm trying. It's just
Look, I get that, but like, you have a lot of soldiers. Someone can take your place for 8 hours. You have an entire town help. You don't have to do this alone.
You know, it's a bad sign when you're making more sense than I am.
Yeah, that's not supposed to happen. Don't make it happen.
You watch as she punches you in the arm. Fair enough. Fair enough. I hear you. I hear you. Let me do my last check with the soldiers, just to make sure all the orders are good. I will go sleep.
Okay.
But message me if anything happens.
It will,
I need
if I can.
I need to know what's going on, so that way I can keep Makanali in the know, and I'd probably get a hold of if I can, probably get a hold of Baron Nejak and see how things are going down in Melbourne as well.
Wait, why are you the only one doing this stuff? The Uduruk's supposed to be here.
The Uduruk unfortunately came down with a sudden injury. He's fine, but I forced him to go rest.
Alex, it forced you to go rest.
I will go rest. I just need to make sure things are good. I can have him take over for me. He just
Okay, well, yeah.
he got beaten a lot harder than me, okay? Turns out he's a lot squishier.
I'd assume he's not a big, beefy cleric. I don't know what he is. I didn't fight him.
He
I
is
just bounced around him.
he is a good fighter. Fortunately, it helped him the fact that you guys brought back the Zedaruk. At least she's been able to lift his spirits a bit.
Good. Go do your rounds. I gotta go find the team.
Absolutely. And she kind of gives you she gives you and Henrik one more look of like, don't make me regret walking away from you. And then she walks away from you.
Okay.
All right. So while you're
Let's-
oh, go ahead.
I was just gonna say, let's go find the team.
Okay. As you guys are kind of having those conversations, Kazir, Garnan, you and the majority of the party are starting to get up. Again, Knuckles been up for several hours now. He's been just kind of helping out, checking on people, making sure bandages are reapplied and everyone's doing good. Is there anything you guys want to do first thing when you wake up?
Garnet's just gonna kind of see if Alos is awake yet.
Let me know when I am awake.
Absolutely. I'll be just so we don't delay too much. I would imagine Belwraith, you would be stirring, because you technically just need 6 hours of sleep and then 2 hours of light activity.
No.
So I can imagine like you slept for 6 hours and then you're just kind of like, yeah, just gotta walk this off a bit.
First hour, 6 hours of sleep. Second hour.
Yeah. Exactly. Just very much like, okay, all right. Just kind of like checking your shoulders a little bit, rolling your arms. Alosa is like, you see her breathing is starting to not be as labored. It's starting to kind of like her chest is starting to rise up and down more comfortably.
Yeah.
Her injuries don't look as bad anymore. It's like she seems to have being tended to.
She's healing.
Yeah, she is healing. You are seeing actual signs of her healing. As also a point of her exhaustion her points of exhaustion have also been removed.
Yeah. He's just gonna basically pretty much all he is doing right now is keeping tabs on her.
Okay. You're keeping tabs on her. Kazir, is there anything you would do first thing when you wake up?
Nothing I can think of off the top of my head. My brain's kind of fried right now.
Oh, absolutely. I imagine probably Kazir is just, and again, you can speak up if what I'm saying is incorrect. I imagine Kazir is probably just kind of doing some rounds, looking around, seeing how everyone's doing. If he can be helpful, awesome, but probably sticking close to the group.
Yeah, that's completely fair.
So, which I imagine Kazir's probably like, is there anything I can do? And it's just like, well, we need some like towels and stuff that way, and like, oh, bandages over here would probably be useful. And just like, cool, go over, do that. Probably help pass out food for people, for survivors, make sure that they're doing okay.
Yeah.
I imagine like
in character.
I imagine Bim's probably helping you with that, since she is like, unfortunately in these circumstances not as helpful, since she is just a magician. She's not a healer.
True.
Which I would say, Kazir, you would be the first one to notice Blue and Henrik making their way towards you guys.
Cool. Kazir will approach them as he sees them approaching him, and he'd be like, "Good seeing you guys again. Really didn't expect to see you out." Did that go through,
what?
or did? Oh, Winter said that you guys were, Henrik and Blue were heading towards Kazir. So
Okay,
I was
heading towards the area where the party was, because you would be the first
Yeah.
one to notice you guys.
yeah. Sorry,
Hey,
brain.
um, let's get to the others. We need to do some things.
Completely understandable.
So you guys kind of round up. Belwraith, I would imagine, like you probably walked towards the party at this point.
Yeah, I would have grouped up. But upon seeing Henrik, I'd hold off a second because I need to cast sending real fast.
Okay.
Oh,
Who to?
Vlad likely is. I would assume he'd be awake by now.
As a man of the cloth, yes, he would be awake at this point.
Yeah. I will cast sending to Vlad. Uh, sorry, I'm still gathering my thought. I had it and then I lost it.
That's okay.
completely
Do
understandable.
you need a minute or?
No. Vlad, incident report. City of Starlam fell to Avernus. 1 times casualty revived. You cannot get rid of me yet.
All right. It takes only a moment. Good to hear the hells haven't claimed you. Shame that the city fell. Note casualties is a good thing. Good to hear from you. Stay safe.
And then I'd regroup with the party.
All right. So, I say Garnan, you see Blue and Henrik come up with Bimp and Kazir, and you watch as Belwraith starts to walk towards you guys. At this point,
Gentlemen.
the majority of the party is together.
Gentlemen. Okay. Where are the others?
Tarek. Oh, did you say where are the others?
Yeah.
I can.
Tarek and Philman are with the they're still with the sick guys.
Yeah,
right?
they're currently with the infected.
They are
I
with the
assume that,
infected.
but where's that?
Where's what?
Right,
Where are the sick people?
right over there, Blue. As you watch, as she points to where like there are some dilapidated buildings, but like sheltered, like they're not like broken enough that like oh fuck it's gonna fall, but like the walls are damaged and everything. But you like see that there are individuals kind of like being tended to by like you see Philman and Karik are currently assisting them and. Which I mean, Henrik, you would be aware that their sickness has been pushed back a week, but unfortunately, they are still in a little worse for wear for their situation.
Okay.
I'll
To
try
go
to
to West
look
Drake.
that.
Oh, is this because of what Mary had told us?
Yeah.
Hmm.
There is. I tried sending there, it completely fizzled, which means there is some type of anti-magic, or the person I cast to is dead.
Oh,
Which, if they're dead, that's concerning because it shouldn't have been a person who died. It wasn't a soldier or bard or anything.
hmm. That's a good point. So, what are you thinking? So, just teleportation?
Teleporting to the outside because there's a good chance teleporting inside wouldn't work.
That would be a fair assessment. If you can't communicate or nobody can communicate with them, more than likely there must be either some barrier up or something. I guess probably say better safe than sorry.
Yeah.
Um, Do you want me to teleport us?
It'd be best. I already used one of my teleports for the day. I
I
prefer saving my others.
I haven't used any spells yet today, so I'm good to be able to do so. Do we want to go sooner rather than later?
Terrible, because we're in a rush against the clock right now, and
Fair. If that's being the case, then she looks at uh, I see she looks down and sees her comrade who is currently just absolutely destroyed, and then looks at Garnan. I think she'd be safer here, Garnan.
That is possible. Yeah.
Best, at least she's surrounded by soldiers and people that we can trust.
Agreed.
I'll be back in a few. Silas needs something.
Absolutely, sounds good.
Okie dokie.
Do we want to take Philemon and Karik with us?
be more than likely for the best, seeming as the vision that my god gave me a while ago, what the close to my god, was um, Valismir invading the capital. That's what I assume is going on right now.
In that case,
So having more strength there would be best. Plus, there did have the worshippers of the Raven Queen, which means we would be able to get more gold root for them.
that is true. At least it would help them fend off the infection while
Yes.
things are being worked on. Oh, Henrik, are you okay? As she kind of gestures towards your arm.
Yeah, I got it atomized.
Oh, that's very unfortunate. Did you need any help making a new one?
I just need the materials for it.
Oh, fair enough. That shouldn't be too difficult to get our hands on.
Oh right, all the Magi tech and Starlam is destroyed in its entirety.
Oh. It is unfortunate.
Well, no,
It is unfortunate.
you go first.
I was just saying that it's unfortunate that we would lose that technology, but at the same time, better that it's destroyed than to fall in the hands of the devils.
I was of the same mind.
Yeah, agreed.
All right. I'll quickly go grab Philman and Karik. Just make sure everybody else is ready. And she's gonna
Okay.
she's gonna make her way over to them, which, I mean, it only takes a minute to get their attention, let them know what's going on. I apologize, guys. My throat is being very weird right now.
It's all good.
Anyways. Is there anything you guys would like to do here before teleporting? Or
Hasta la vista, Bobby.
just blow up the city.
Oh,
A wonderful question.
Let's see. Like basically, it's like, is there anything you guys want to do here before going anywhere? Is there anything you guys want to talk about before teleporting? Basically, just giving you guys the opportunity if there's anything you want to talk about.
and
Henrik will just give an update on the events that happened in Hell.
Okay, so the blast that incinerated a bunch of devils, the explosion of your equipment, the destruction of the city, the epic blast that fucking blew back Tiamat.
And his retirement from the Slayers.
Yes.
I'm retiring.
All right.
Oh,
Speaking of which, would you like to go into the portable dungeon? Or
It's probably best for now, but we do need to go by the Thieves Guild and get an anti-scry item.
Me too, but
Not time for that.
Understood. Yeah.
So, and if that being the case, would Henrik just travel with the party for now, or would Henrik or would you set up the dungeon?
I'll set up the dungeon because he doesn't have anything.
Okay, sounds good.
He has no guns.
For now,
He has no guns.
cut back to a couple months, and he'll probably be re-equipped with just staggering equipment.
Yeah.
Depends on the materials we get.
That's true. That it depends on the materials. But if you get the materials, I say he comes back with just a fucking like nasty looking revolver. It's just like it has a lot of extra modifications.
A new
Just
enigma.
checking.
This time
This is
without the fake ore.
Pretty small town, so they wouldn't have equipment that Henrik would need, right?
Not nothing on major. I mean, like obviously there is some steel, there is some iron, there is some brass and copper to work with, but unfortunately, like nothing that would give him like any specifics he might need. But I mean, base parts, yeah.
It's a refugee town. People weren't even sleeping in tents before we killed that man.
Exactly. A lot of the stuff
I
they have right
I
now
kind of
is.
figured that. Just doesn't hurt to ask.
Oh, absolutely. No, no.
Clarification,
Oh, absolutely. No. That is completely fair to ask. It's just that, like Tiny said, like this is a refugee town. What they have is very minimal, and it's mainly used for construction.
Makes sense
Blue
completely.
is going to tell the Uduruk and Zedaruk that they're back and leaving.
Absolutely. I was.
Bye.
Which, by the way, as you go up to see the Uduruk real quick, you do see that like there is a very nasty scar, like from his collar down to where his stomach is.
Walk it off.
Walk it off. You're fine.
I am back, by the way.
Welcome back.
Welcome back.
But yeah, there's a pretty nasty scar on the Uduruk. He's fine, like, and he lets you know that he's fine, but you can definitely tell there's probably a small wobbliness in his voice, considering he was probably very close to death.
I'm very close to death. That's my daily life.
Ugh. Yeah. It's not something that I was expecting, that's for sure.
Oh, I mean, what's demons?
There. It's a good thing that that crazed lizard folk friend of yours was there.
Speaking of, what happened to him?
A couple of the demons tried to run away, and he proceeded to laugh maniacally as he chased them.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
Got it.
Oh wait.
What was a bit terrifying
Sorry.
was one of them was a really big demon.
He'll be fine.
I trust you on that. I don't know how fast that demon can run, but that multi-eyed wolf that he was riding was, I would imagine, a much scarier threat.
I would not fuck with him. He is also a part of the Solaires.
Yeah, I kind of figured, based on the way he was acting, he seemed like a friend of yours.
Hey!
What? I meant it as a compliment.
Sure.
I mean, you can roll an insight check.
Sure. Yeah, he's not good at insight, but I'll do it.
Yeah.
Hey, this crazy guy who was chasing after demons. He's like a friend of yours.
Yeah.
Insight isn't his best. 8. Yeah, it's fine.
Yeah, it's fine. He's probably like, oh, he means that he's strong. Ah, it makes sense. Strong people are friends of yours. All right.
I feel like Blue got the right answer for the wrong reasons there.
Alrighty. So, unless anybody else wants to raise their voice, make a comment, Henrik, you go into the portable dungeon.
Yep.
All right.
Never to return.
I
Yeah,
mean,
he
maybe.
dies. He dies in there.
He's gonna be a dungeon baby now.
Lower.
It
Speaking
turns
of
like
which-
it turns into like a what if fanfic of like what if Henrik was betrayed and locked in the portable dungeon for 1,000 years.
Oh,
And then
What
a
if they-
new romance starts between
mean-
him and Thorpic.
oh Jesus. A real will they
no,
won't
wouldn't
they
it-
situation.
Ugh.
Speaking of Thorpic, Bloon's gonna need to go give him some more food.
Yeah, he's running low.
There are things I can do with Thorpic. We don't
That is
have to
nice.
feed
That is-
Thorpic for very long.
Hopefully, my insanity doesn't make it to where I turn into components.
All I'm saying is, like, we can turn Thorpic into components. I wouldn't mind.
Is it sad? I imagine like Henrik going crazy as like Vegeta on Namek, where he's just like Dragon Ball, hand now, please.
The bloodshot eyes.
Yeah, just the bloodshot eyes. Like no, no. All right. So Henrik, you go in to the portable dungeon. There are sleeping quarters. There's a workstation. I imagine immediately to work.
Yep,
Hand first.
that's him.
Probably
Yeah.
wondering how he got here. Let me tell you, it's a long story as the portable dungeon closes. And we'll check back in on Henrik every now and again. More than likely, there'll probably be some conversations between me and you, Harma.
Yeah.
Yeah, like he's not out of the story. He's still here. It's just that he's working on stuff.
Hold on one moment. I'll be right back.
Sounds good. Henrik's a busy guy now.
Door closes just like involvement with the Soleil.
Never say never.
The end.
He just can't continue right now because he doesn't have equipment. And also trauma.
Just a
Trouble.
little.
Just a little.
Just a little PTSD.
Yeah.
It's fine.
You'd have some too if you nuked yourself.
It is.
twice.
Just, I mean, yeah.
Just sleep it off.
I can't even imagine what it's like to get nuked, you know, because it's just vaporization.
It really. I can only imagine. I very much imagine it's just you go numb, like completely numb.
Or you feel your cells splitting one by one.
That would be horrifying. You feel
Yeah.
you feel every single molecule on your body break apart piece by piece.
Yeah.
Ah!
Not
Ah!
dissimilar to a black hole.
It's
I
very.
mean, if you think about it, a nuke is just like a temporary black hole, and it's like scaled down by like 10 degrees.
Oh, Blue, I don't feel so good. Just crumbles into nothing. Just
Blue, another one bites the dust.
check out my Chaozu impression. Goodbye, Chien.
Dutch.
Dutch.
Okay.
All right, so you
Blow
guys.
himself up, and if we're
What was that for?
We run at things and we explode. Just up. So the party comes together, and Bim looks at you, Blue, and goes, "Ready?"
Maybe, yes.
All right. With Elosa left behind, you watch as Bimp casts teleport.
Please don't be a rebel. Please don't be a rebel.
As a Bimp casts teleport, and I have to roll a d100.
I'm back.
Welcome back. Bimp is casting teleport. Ooh, you are very familiar. So what's the total here?
5.
Oh, okay.
Pardon me.
You guys teleport successfully, and you end up a bit further away than you thought.
That's fine.
Your guys are currently like on the road to like on the road that would go towards the capital. rather than like at like near the capital as you intended.
That's fine. How's it look from this door?
As you guys teleport in and you look at the capital, you see nothing.
It's gone.
An empty space where the capital once was. Holes in the ground
Fuck.
where maybe some basements were. But the city is gone.
Huh.
Just
That's
checking.
fuck.
Is there like roads, or are the
No.
roads gone? too?
Roads are gone. This like
Well,
everything.
that's bad.
Yeah, everything in the city walls and the city itself, gone. It's literally
Oh,
like
wow.
it's like there's like a bear where it's like literally
Bare
you,
earth.
yeah, it's like you left a trash can in one spot for like a year, and then you moved
yeah,
it,
yeah.
and there's just like ground underneath, no grass, just ground. You do see like
Makes
holes
sense.
where there are basements, and you do see that there is like a pretty a decent amount of like holes in one particular area.
Where the castle
Oh,
was.
Yeah, where the castle was.
holy
Who's
fuck!
gonna pull out his sending stone to Mary?
It takes no time for it to light up. Well, that was quickly. What's the news, Blue?
I'm sorry to not let you sleep, but
It's
it's
gone.
gone.
What do you mean it's gone?
It's gone.
Someone took their
whole
problems and pushed it
fucking
somewhere
city.
else.
Oh
I-
lord.
I don't know how to explain it other than it's not
There's
here.
What did you
There's
mispl-
no
did you mispl-
building
did you
at
misplace
all.
it?
Did we?
Oh
Oh
god.
shit, my
maybe-
bad. I left it in my pocket.
Wait, hold on. There it is.
There we go.
Hold on,
Hey, problem solved.
Oh.
All right.
don't mind me.
Session over. Campaign over.
It might
Good-
take
good day,
it
guys.
might take a second, guys. I gotta blow the city back up.
Blue, do you have gust? It'll make this a lot easier.
I don't. It's just, it's gone. It's not here anymore. That's
Like
what?
walls, roads, buildings.
No. Roads, basements, everything is just no longer there.
Just barren dirt.
You do see a stable house like right there next to near where the city walls were.
Well, of course they lead the
From-
fucking horses.
I'm gonna
Damn.
start walking towards that stable house just on the
They knew we
opposite
could track them if they took the horses. That's why they left them behind.
Just the city got up and walked away.
Winter, I'm gonna send you a quick DM because it's small, but maybe something.
Absolutely.
You know, if they took the horses, maybe we could have tracked them down, but they left the horses behind. That really throws a wrench in our plans.
Blue's gonna start walking towards the stable house,
Absolutely.
just on the off chance that whoever lived there is there.
You just go up and like knock on the door.
Yeah.
One moment. You,
Hey.
you see opening the door. So you see opening the door. A what appears to be like a stable hand, where like wearing certain tools, but he's covered in feathers. Hello. Oh my goodness! It's the Solaris. Oh my God! Please tell me you're here to solve the problem.
Yeah, hopefully.
Hope-
What happened?
The city is gone.
Well, I get that, but like,
No shit. Where'd it go?
I don't
How
know.
did it
I,
go?
I don't know. I'm not a magic caster. I'm just a stable hand. Excuse you. Hear some squawking and some like
Wait, are
some.
Blue's eyes active?
Yes.
Sorry.
Right?
Just checking.
Is there any magic?
Nope.
Gone.
I kind of figured if there was, you would have said something. But
I would have because Blue's Blue's
it's
magic
one
sight.
of those things.
But like you,
Okay.
you hear like screeching and cawing. It's like, hold on one second. Will you? Hold on. I have to take this one outside. He's being very aggressive, and you watch as he takes out Bane.
Bane?
Yeah, but it's a Dame Steed.
Oh,
Wait.
Do I recognize that bird?
Yes.
I think I recognize that bird.
Yes.
Yeah, we recognize that bird.
Yes.
Yeah.
The Queen had asked me to watch over this one. Apparently, his owner was supposed to come and get him after he checked in with the Lord of the Castle.
And then
It's very weird. The day he came back was the same time the city just poofed.
I'm gonna kill Dame. He did this.
interesting.
Also, a weird fellow also showed up.
Weird
Weird
fellow.
fellow?
Can you-
Yeah, rather peculiar. I would say he very charming though.
Did
Could
he
you
happen to
describe
have
him?
onyx skin?
Yes, indeed he did.
Who do we know that has onyx skin?
That was a bad weird fellow.
Oh, I mean, he only stopped by to say hi for a moment. I'm putting on some new horseshoes for Philly here.
Did he do
Really
anything
bad
else,
weird
or
fellow.
The only thing I noticed that was a bit odd was he didn't have to show any papers to the guards.
can you
That
describe
is a bit
him?
odd.
Yeah, but I say
I know who it is.
a tiefling, but I say darker complexion. He seemed more covered. He seemed pretty covered up, but it's very, very fair weather. I don't understand why he would be wearing such clothing.
This guy seems oddly calm about this entire situation. Can I do an insight check?
Absolutely, roll an insight check.
How long has the city been gone?
A couple days now.
Nope. Well,
Very trustworthy.
Say,
okay. No. This is important enough. I'm using inspiration.
absolutely.
And I roll insight.
Yeah, you guys can roll insight.
12.
You guys can roll
You know
insight
what?
if you
Yeah,
want to.
I'll roll insight too.
Blue.
Wait,
see,
I have advantage due to foresight.
this is true.
Fuck.
This seems like an upright
Hold on.
standing citizen.
I have lucky.
Damn.
Fine.
Insight is not Blue's specialty.
14.
Did you drop a bardic inspiration on
Yeah,
yourself?
Yeah.
Man,
14.
14. And then we got a 12. We got a 12.
I
But
trust this guy. There's no reason
Yeah.
not to.
Blue Garnan and Kazir. But I say he is in shock. Like
Yeah, that's not about right.
like he is like Blue. You in particular can tell he is barely holding himself together. Like he doesn't know what to do. Like there's no one to turn to. In a day, his entire livelihood, his life, the people he worked for, the people he would talk to about these things, gone in an instant.
Yeah.
In real life, could you imagine just everyone you've ever known and loved just gone?
That
Yeah,
would
no,
be.
I'd break.
Yeah, same.
The best thing we can do is take Bane and have him
Hold on.
find his
Hold on.
master.
All right, Bane. I know you can understand me. I can't understand you. Nod your head up and down if you know what happened here.
You watch as Bane nods.
Oh,
Good to know. Speak with animals.
All right.
What the fuck happened?
Ah, Master told me to flee. Captured.
oh.
Uh-huh.
Weird person. Looks like him. And points at Belwraith.
Tiefling?
It's Valismir.
Oh,
Oh.
yeah.
Told to flee.
That.
Where is Master?
We're working on that one. Do you know how he got rid of the city, or did it just kind of poof?
Poof. Gone.
Okay. Valasmir did some fucky stuff, just so you guys are aware. Any idea where they went? Or do you have like a mental connection with Dame? Any idea where he went?
I guess that would be the one. That would be the one thing. Unfortunately, like Bine doesn't have a like mental connection because of his.
Brian doesn't have the intelligence to know what that is.
Yeah, that's kind of the problem. He knows commands that were given to him. Like you told him to flee. That's what he was able to say.
I told him to return home.
Yeah. Which, to his knowledge,
it would be a fleet command.
Yeah, would be a fleet command. Which the last fleet command that you have been working with was in the capital.
Yeah.
He would know that you were captured, because that is the concept that he understands. There are literally have been times where you've had to leave Bine, like Bine had to go leave, and you had not seen him in weeks.
Yeah.
Like this is something that he's used to, but that is basically the level that he can understand. That is the highest intelligence he has.
Oh, okay.
Fortunately, military animals, that is they are intelligent enough to be able to answer certain things, but that's basically the level of his knowledge.
There.
He is not a human.
Didn't think about this far. Bine's an idiot. Sorry.
I mean,
He just
realistically speaking, I would imagine he's probably the city was probably taken somewhere. Where would Valismir take it?
looked at Blue.
I know a couple places it could be. None great. One in the abyss. Two in the abyss.
Oh.
Hmm.
Fun.
One of the things that was in the vision I was given was his master telling him that it was the master telling him that he would help in like something.
Yes.
It's been a while.
Oh yeah, no, you are remember correctly. The last thing, do you remember that the vision that you had seen was that Valismir was trying to figure out something to do, and Grazid told him that he would be willing to lend him his power to be able to do something.
Winter.
Yes.
How long has it been since I've used my my little fate power for my gauntlets?
At this point, the last time you asked, it has been, according to this, now that you guys have taken a long rest, 7 days.
Okay. Garnet is going to attempt to enter the space of the fate walk or whatever the fuck we call it.
Oh, so do we want to walk on the strands of fate again?
Yes.
All right.
So he goes into this space, right? He's gonna try to turn around and see what happens. See if he can walk backwards.
You start to take steps on the strands of fate. I imagine you are using this to ask its question.
Yes. Where, or What exactly happened to the city? Is the question.
Everybody freezes. Except for you,
Okay.
Garnan. And you watch as your friends take a couple steps back and disappear. You watch as the man in the man who came out to speak with you goes back inside of his stable house. After you watch the sun go back down and then the moon rise from the opposite direction, you watch as the man had come out, was drinking horribly and running around, not like freaking out and panicking.
Sounds about right.
And then you watch him like go back, the door unslams and well, technically reslams inwards rather than outwards. And then you watch as suddenly after 2 days, 2.5 days, you see the city is back where it was. And you see it reverse, people walking, people walking, people walking. You see a mysterious figure with a dark complexion. Just exactly the way it was. This tiefling is described exactly the way that this individual was saying. And the moment you see him, you recognize him. It's been a long time since you've come face to face with this individual. But you do recognize a man who tried to kill you in an opera house. But you watch as a bit further back, you watch as a man beaten, starved. He looks like he's on the point of collapsing. Dame. As he's walking towards the city gates. Roll an insight check.
I check.
7.
Ooh.
7. But I say wanderer. But I say roll a deception check with disadvantage.
Give me a second, because I gotta pull up Dame's sheet.
Yep.
I was on my way there. Dame. Deception with disadvantage.
Yep.
What else do I get? Exhaustion, level 5, I think we agreed on.
Yep. Still able to move.
-10 to D20 tests.
Mm-hmm.
Yow.
Okay. And it was deception.
With disadvantage.
Natural 1.
That's exactly what I figured was going to happen.
I was hoping for it.
Yep. But I say I knew narratively in my head. I'm like, there's going to be a natural 1 here. I'm so confident.
Also, holy shit! I forgot how crazy Dame's sheet is.
Yep. But I say, Garnet, as you're looking at him for a few moments as he's walking, you see resistance in his steps. You see his face doesn't seem to move, but you're noticing like certain twitches. Dame isn't controlling himself. He's being forced to walk. Do you follow him?
I do.
You see him walk up to the city guards and explain that he is here to see the ones in charge. He is a member of the Solaires. They recognize him, and they said that they were expecting him since his steed had arrived some time before him. He goes into the city. You follow.
I do.
As you see him go through the streets, he doesn't seem to be like stopping to talk to anybody. He's just taking the most direct path to Castle Westray. But again, every step, there's almost like a hesitation. Like he is mentally trying to pull himself, but he can't. He doesn't have a choice. As he gets to the castle gates, they notice him. They try to talk to him, and Bame explains again, "I am here to see you. You are expecting me. I'm here to see the queen." But I say, "I will." But I will, and the guards are like, "We will escort you." And they essentially follow him in. Where in the Bame, Dame. As you follow him, you see him open the doors to essentially the throne room. But rather than seeing the queen there, you see Baron Kevin is currently there, and he just looks at Dame like, "Oh, Dame, you are here. It's good to see you. Uh, well, you look worse for wear. What seems to be the problem?" And you watch as Dame, without saying a word, reaches into his bag and he pulls out a cube.
I knew that was gonna bite us in the ass.
And you see the cube just like a puzzle box, just and literally you see the Baron raise a hand, going like, "What are you doing? What are you doing?" And you watch as this all of a sudden, the city disappears. You with it. As you find yourself in the same spot, you're inside of a castle, the throne room. Nothing really has changed. But you watch as the cube like kind of falls to the ground. You see Dame just collapse, barely able to keep consciousness at this point. As Baron Kevin walks up and just goes, "What have you done?" Dame's response, if I remember correctly, Wanderer, but I'm paraphrasing, it has been a bit.
Yeah, it's been what, 9 months?
It's been 9 months.
This
You've
is
been
what
sitting
I've
on
been
this
keeping.
for a long
Mhm.
time.
About to say, you see Dame go, "I didn't have a choice. I was forced to do it. This was Valismere. This was the broken skull."
He didn't know the name, but yeah,
Yeah, the broken
was
skull.
very much not on me, not on me.
Yeah, like it wasn't me. I was forced. And you hear a voice.
I do remember
Oh?
there was a palpable amount of anger in his voice and a lot of directed hate towards the broken skull now.
Oh, absolutely. But Garnen, you hear a booming voice calling out. There is a window in the throne room to stare outside. Would you like to do so?
I would.
As you look outside of the castle walls, you see yourself in a bustling city filled with some various buildings, very luscious looking. You see that there are people in the street, like half naked, like very much just rolling around. You see people gambling and playing with coin.
Oh no.
You see a massive sized black castle with a large, like a gigantic purple figure, horns like a crown on his head. As he lifts up his hands, "People of Starlam, welcome to my home of Azagrat."
Westray. People of Westray.
Thank you. I apologize.
You're welcome.
Oh good.
I've gotten the city names backwards more
Yeah.
than enough times.
Let us say
Oh,
too.
me too.
I've better say it also doesn't help that it has been about 6 weeks.
Very Starlam heavy as well
Yeah.
when we left.
City of Westray, welcome to my home. Welcome to the city of sin, the city of desire and pleasure. Welcome to Azagrat. I kindly ask you all to surrender, to fall a line, and do as I say, as now you belong to me. And the vision ends. You find yourself amongst your party once more. The vision gone.
Garnan just looks around and says, "Oh, fuck."
What's happened?
So So, my gauntlets can make me see the future. Well, I decided to try to turn around and go that way on the Strings of Fate. It worked. I figured out what happened. They're in Azagratz. The city is in Azagratz.
So what I
Blue, you read the demonic book with Henrik. You would know that Azagratz is obviously Grazit's city, like his plane of existence.
Do I know off the top of my head what Osgoroth is?
Uh, I would say, roll a religion check with advantage.
Oh, I'm excellent at those. I'm a cleric.
You're a cleric. You like, how could you roll bad?
had
19 on the first. 19.
okay. Oh wait.
Apologies.
No, I was just saying that's what Blue said when Bimp asked if Blue had any guesses on where it could have gone.
Yep, and that
He gets there.
which Belwraith immediately you're like, oh fuck. This is probably one of the most synonymous abyssal layers of the abyss. It is one that a mortal can access because of the fact that it is the city of carnal sin. Literally, it's a city of gambling, a city of lust, and like
We're going to Vegas.
pretty much, yeah.
basically.
but as a
Going
Well,
to be.
could be worse.
but as a cleric, if you go in the normal way, the ruler of the realm knows you're there.
Have a back
Oh, fuck,
entrance.
no more back doors.
No,
Also worth
we-
noting that Dame was being controlled 100% and pulled out a cube to do the whole Shabakal thing.
Bomb.
That thing. I knew it would
So-
bite us in the ass.
Keep that in mind.
We have a back entrance. We can get there.
Demon web pit again, yay.
Yeah.
How many of those soul coins do you have?
None.
None.
Oh, we're not going
Which
Unless-
means we're
unless-
probably gonna have to fight the guy.
No, we only had to pay for the bottom level because that's where he was staying.
Oh yeah.
Azagratz was in the center. We walked by it just fine. So unless he's a prick, which he probably is, we won't have to fight him.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah. The only catch is that you guys are going back in while one person has 2 marks by him.
Yeah.
oh yeah.
I
True.
can put the person into my dungeon.
That is true. That would be
And
that,
it'll
that would be Belwraith.
So Belrez, if we go back to the demon web pit, you will have to stay in the dungeon for a bit.
That's fine.
Alright.
Well.
I love how we're talking about this in front of this random
Yeah.
fuck.
Well, this guy doesn't fucking understand a fucking word you guys are saying.
He's just looking like
Who the fuck is he gonna tell?
Everyone, all the horses and sheep in the area.
Garnet's just gonna look at this guy and be like, "You've done well. Keep on trucking." Just hand him a platinum piece and walk away.
Where do I spend this?
I don't know. Figure it out.
We're gonna get the city back. We're going to do that now. I'm handing him another platinum.
Well, it's gonna be probably gonna take us a day or so.
Yeah, if we're going to be going back in, I would want to make sure we're as prepared as possible. We have what we need to go in. I would just rather us, looking at you, Blue, I'd rather only be one big spell down.
Yeah, and that would take.
Well, if we're
Okay.
resting, we could go to pad style.
Yeah, that'd be best. I have another teleport that could get us there.
That is
And-
true. That is true. But
Maybe sleep in good beds.
that is true. And let's also, we don't forget, we probably should get in contact with the Thieves Guild as well.
Yeah.
True, true.
We'll just
Well,
kind of
wait. We can't really get in contact with them because weren't they in the city? Or am I
no.
thinking of a
They
different city?
they were in a way different city.
Yeah,
The
Okay, never mind. Then
opposite
he
side
wouldn't
of
say that. I'm,
Atharia.
yeah, they're
I don't know why I thought
Okay.
the major order was there, but
They were in Stratford.
yeah, they're in Stratford.
oh yeah, that's right. I remember now.
All right. I have to go to bed.
Yeah, go
so
to
Yeah, go to
I'm
bed.
gonna-
Go to bed.
I'm
Peace, bro.
gonna hand this guy a third platinum piece.
More money than he'd have in several lifetimes.
He has so much money that he can't spend on anything because all of everything that he could spend it on is gone.
Yeah.
You might want. You might need a
Remember, my friend. Loose lips sink ships. If you speak of what you heard today, we will meet again.
He just looks at you incredulously, like he doesn't know what to say.
Don't threaten the commoners, Belwraith.
I'll do what I will.
Pimple,
I will threaten the commoner, but
well,
Imagine
before
a
before
Art Cardinal of Padstow threatening your life.
well
in
before
front of you.
anybody goes anywhere, Bimp does look at Blue and goes, "Would you want me to cast teleport again, or do we want to use the teleportation circle?"
I have 3 more uses of teleportation circle, but if you can teleport, that'd be for the best, so we don't have to use.
If we're planning to rest, there won't be any problems. Otherwise, I only have one more use of teleport on me.
Let's go ahead and just use teleport.
Okay. And she will concentrate, and I will just roll to see if she nails the spot. Well, there is a teleportation circle. She does know the
There
teleportation
is,
circle,
and
so
if
she,
it goes to a permanent circle, it is
yeah.
definite.
So it's just I don't even need to roll. You guys
Yeah.
feel yourselves being pulled as suddenly you disappear and reappear in a familiar basement to a home you've been in. Welcome back to the religious city of Padstow, where the home of Scales of War. And as you guys appear and ready yourselves for what lies ahead, that is where we're going to end the session for tonight.
Wait,
We just vanished
I
in front
can
of that
see
poor
the
fuck.
camera. I can see us leaving, and then the camera staying on the commoner, and he just
Like
looks
that
down at
called-
3 platinum pieces in his hand.
Everybody I know is gone. Even the random strangers teleported away.
This is completely useless to me.
Well, he's got a flying horse, basically.
He
He
does-
can fly anywhere.
But he can't fly it. He doesn't know how. He's all trained with horses.
Fair point. Fair point.
Also, Vine would not let him ride.
It's true.
Probably not.
Yeah,
That's
that's,
a
a
fair point,
second
too.
take thing.
Maybe third.
But as we're ending session, by the way, I just want to say a huge thank you to Wanderer for keeping your mouth shut for 9
Jesus
months.
Christ.
He deserves inspiration.
You
for
know
that.
what? You're right, Stray. I'm about to say, Wanderer, take that point of inspiration. You fucking deserve it.
Yeah,
This is like.
I would have struggled hard to break that.
Oh,
We know.
oh, Wanderer struggles. Oh, Wanderer
Yeah,
struggles.
no, there were so many.
Oh,
There were a lot
yeah.
of points, especially in the desert where I can't remember. Blue got a sending message,
Mm-hmm.
and I know what it said. I knew I know exactly what that shit said.
Mm-hmm. And
Oh yeah.
just literally.
Because one thing that wasn't mentioned was before going into the city, he sent out a sending. Maybe when was it? I think it was right before he went into the city. He tried to send out a warning to Blue.
Yep.
Because he had a sending stone.
And unfortunately, you had to answer as if you were doing exactly what you needed to do, because nobody could. Well, actually, this would be something Garnet would have noticed, because you would know to look for it. It was very hard and very obscure to see. A normal person, even ones that were warned, would not have noticed because the level of magic had been used. The moment the cube was used, you saw a burning sensation come off the back of Dame's neck. seems some kind of illusion magic was used on top of a dominate person mark.
Ah, fun.
Oh.
We know those.
Yeah, it wasn't. It
Yeah.
wasn't a permanent one because unfortunately for Malden, not for Malden, for Valismir, because of the fact that he had to use magic to cover it up. It was temporary. Dame tried to run out the clock. He really tried,
Yeah.
but unfortunately, you failed to save, and thus.
I used all 3 uses of Indomitable, and I know that like one was
Yeah.
just
Just
barely
barely.
under.
Just barely.
Ooh, man.
I was very mad.
But unfortunately, that's
Don't
just
blame
how
ya.
that's how the dice rolls. Unfortunately, with the abyssal avatars, you guys know that the DCs are high.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
It was like this was something that Wanderer had to keep his mouth shut about for 9 months. And there were times where Wanderer was like, I don't know if I can keep this secret for any longer.
Like,
I
can't do it. I can't do it.
I need to say something, and I'm just like, hang in there, we're getting there, we're getting closer.
Shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck up.
Yeah, it took multiple.
Don't ruin it.
It took multiple arcs, but Wanderer, we're here. We're here, man. We made it.
This is like the least stressful thing on my plate right now. Do you understand?
Wait, there's 10 people watching the stream.
Hello to the 10 people watching this stream.
Nice.
Get a life. It is 1 o'clock in the morning.
It
on
is
Central Standard
What?
2
Time.
Wait,
a.m.
hey,
my
depending-
guy.
Central
We love
Standard
you. We
Time.
love you here.
It's only 11 p.m. here.
There ain't
Yeah.
much going on, but we love you. Thank you for being with us, listening to us play D&D.
If you
Yeah,
can't
go to
donate,
sleep.
Go to sleep, because we're about to
Go
do
to
the same.
sleep.
Yeah.
Jesus.
So
Nice.
for stream wise, thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you guys have a wonderful night. We'll be back at it again next week, but hopefully we'll be I'll be back streaming on Monday. Hopefully I can get Walf to stream some more Elden Ring with me. About to say
Won't be streaming on Wednesday.
nope,
I
not
work alone Thursday.
yeah. I'm about to say Tiny has to suffer, unfortunately. So,
Ooh, me.
So instead of playing games, I get to die.
but
You get
hopefully,
to go to work
Bro.
and then come back from work and then play more games. We have Arma tomorrow.
Tomorrow, but I'm not talking about tomorrow. I'm
Today,
talking
we have
about
Arma
Thursday.
today, and like
We have armor today.
we have Arma in 13 hours.
but either way,
Yeah.
either way, about to say I'll be back at it on Monday with some more Elden Ring. About to say we'll have to see kind of how the rest of the week goes. But for now, thank you all so much for watching and stay frosty, my friends.
Sorry to the like 3 people who came back. We just ended.
Yeah, sorry, dudes.